I'm not showing you how to do it. I don't know how to do it, how it's possible. I just want to show you the assembly with bolts that hold the seats in place. So perhaps we know that the latch on these Sonatas do fail. I'm going to link you a video how to replace the latch, but also maybe how to prevent this problem. And I recommend you remove the latch and make sure it's not already cracked. This is the small section of the seat. This is the longer one. Ladder, I don't think it matters. Right in between the two seats, we have three 12mm bolts that secure the middle bracket. This is the third one here. So two are vertical, one is horizontal. So this is a bracket that secures in between the seats. For instance, if you remove this bracket, the seats in the center will just come advance here. However, they are still secured in the latches here. And no, you cannot try to pull the seat, force it, and unlock the latch somehow here. I don't think it's possible. It's a very strong spring in there, and there is no lever to push. Perhaps it's inside this plastic. You may want to destroy this plastic, cut it, and expose some lever. But again, it's protected. So I've heard that a Hyundai technician, because they have this problem quite often, they remove these bolts, and I don't know how they do it. That's my whole point, or my whole question. But let me show you something. You can, if you split this sort of trims, you'll have here at the top, there is sort of a plate that rotates and has a bolt on it. This is another 12mm bolt. If you want the fourth one, which sits right here, just like that, and you can reach it with a ratchet 12. However, this space is very small, so maybe you break it loose 1-2 turns and then remove the ratchet and unscrew it by hand, because at the top the ratchet will kick on something. You cannot, if you want to unscrew it and move the ratchet upwards. So if you remove this thing, it's not going to really help you. I just want to show you something in there. So let me pull this down. And yes, the release levers are both inside the trunk. It's made so no thief can get into your car by breaking inside your car, windows. No thief can get into your trunk by breaking windows, getting inside the car and releasing the seat somehow from inside the car with the engine off, obviously. So that bolt sits there on the fourth one, and this is sort of a lever or sort of a bracket that lifts like this. The bolt goes through it, screws into there, and if you lift this thing, if the seat is lowered, you can just lift the seat like this, and it comes, I think it's coming somehow from the other side. I didn't try, but it just moves like this. So basically in the center, the seats have just kind of this stud, plastic stud, that's securing them in this bracket. And again, this is the bracket with 3 bolts. I believe Hyundai is removing these 3, but I have no idea. There's no fourth one on the other side. How do they reach this? Maybe from underneath? No idea. Maybe they force on something, maybe they break on something. This is all metal, and this is basically the entire bracket that you have with this large metal piece. It's one piece. And again, this is the bolt 12 that you can remove. However, because you can lift this too. However, you cannot lift the seat just that like I did, because it's locked in here. It doesn't move upwards. No chains, unless you break it. Unless you manage to break this, but I think it's metal. Yes, it's metal and has a hex in there. But you cannot reach the hex because it sits against the other one. Just there's no gap in between. Anyway, I'm just showing you this. Maybe you get an idea. I don't know. Maybe you force break something. You know, you replace the cushion here. I'll show you how to lift this thing here. Just basically put your feet on floor here and try to reach in the middle has a latch. Actually try it from the side to lift it, give it a kick upwards, and has sort of a latch. One for the other side as well. Just when you finish, make sure it's engaged. Also very important, always do I have this? No, always really let me see. Let's place this thing back in place somehow. It's not fun to film. Do this one hand. Always be careful, really important for your safety, especially for your kids. When you put this back in place, just grab the handle. Handle is right there, right? One for each side. When you place this back in place, please do this for me. Give it a good slam and just test it, pull on it, because sometimes it feels like it locks in place. It doesn't lock. Have a child here with an accident. This is fairly heavy. It's going to crush your kids like this, right? Even with kids seats, it's going really, or even an adult is going to hurt that person. Not to mention what's inside the trunk will come towards the person as well. So this is it. It's a very annoying problem. Let me show you. Once you get inside the trunk, what you're supposed to do is reach this lever. So this is the end of the trunk. You are supposed to use a flashlight, something, and toss this to one side. Is going to release it. And also make sure this switch here, it's not in the locked position. Locked is like this. Locked it towards that way. So always make sure you don't bump it or put some luggage and bump it like this. It locks in place. You are out of luck then. But try to release this. See, it doesn't open. So make sure this thing stays to unlock, and only then hopefully this will release it. Anyway, you notice I put a thread here, right? I'm not showing you here, but this thread goes outside the car, and I know if it happens to fail, which I doubt because I did modify it inside, I think I did shorten one spring which was too stiff, which causes the plastic to break, to crack and then to break. And so this wire goes outside my cars. I know there's a spot when I can pull on the wire and release it from inside without opening anything, without messing with anything. You can try this too. Again, also one last thing, don't slam your trunk, don't slam your hood either, don't slam your doors. Maybe your wife is going to do it. I know about women who just kind of think it's a vault or something, but don't slam them, just press them down, actually just close them and press on them. Is going to lock. It's going to help a little bit, but I suggest you open this unit. The piece that breaks inside is about $10, so check my other video. Hopefully it doesn't happen to you, but I'm going to guess many people are watching this video because it did happen to them. Your best choice is really to bring the car to Hyundai, close dealership, hopefully not traveling far away from home, and they are going to fix it for you.